Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Yesterday, at the United Nations General Assembly in the United States of America, William Ruto pledged 1.2 billion Kenya shillings to the Global Fund, an increase of about 40% of what Kenya pledged in 2019. In 2019, Kenya pledged about 700 million. In 2022, Ruto is pledging 1.2 billion, an increase of about 40%. And I know Kenyans are asking so many questions. Was it necessary for William Ruto to increase the funds allocation at a time William Ruto and his close associates are saying the country is broke? Treasury is empty. And we have even seen William Ruto's government removing subsidies on fuel. Life has become very hard for Kenyans, and Kenyans are complaining. Was it necessary for Ruto to increase the funds allocation? And I'm asking that question because if you look at the donor nations that are pledging to the fund, to the global fund, these are developed countries, countries that are well off. United States of America, Britain, France, such kind of countries. Was it necessary for Ruto to increase the funds allocation? Looking at things objectively, William Ruto is playing some games here. And in this video, I want us to expose those games William Ruto is playing. Before we do that, in case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Global Fund is the main financier to the fight against HIV, malaria, and tuberculosis. And most likely these causes are largely concentrated in developing countries, such as Africa, Kenya being one of them. And in Kenya, HIV, TB, and malaria are still a challenge. And some Kenyans might also be asking, instead of William Ruto pumping that big amount to the global fund, why can't Ruto just channel that money directly here in Kenya to make sure he deals with malaria, HIV, and tuberculosis? There are three things coming out clearly. The first thing I'm seeing here, William Ruto is trying to please the big boys. Yes, the big brothers, the big countries. US, Britain, France. Ruto is trying to please them at the expense of the ordinary mwananchi here in Kenya. Because if William Ruto's administration are removing fuel subsidies and at the same time they are increasing allocation to a foreign fund, to a fund somewhere in Geneva, Switzerland, a fund that we are not even sure will be channeled to Kenya. It's clear William Ruto is out to please the big brothers. He does not care about the common hustlers here in Kenya. And then secondly, I'm seeing a William Ruto who has got his priorities wrong. And I've been saying that since William Ruto was sworn in. His priorities seems to be wrong. Starting with the first appointment he made after being sworn in, Ruto seems to be getting it wrong. And I'm seeing William Ruto just continuing in that kind of a trajectory. He's most likely going to get it wrong all through. If William Ruto strongly believes that the country is broke, that treasury is empty, and we have seen this government removing subsidies on fuel, I don't think it's prudent for William Ruto to throw away 1.2 billion Kenya shillings to a foreign land. William Ruto ought to have channeled the scarce available resources to make sure he deals with the issues facing Kenyans, not throwing 1.2 billion Kenya shillings just like that. It doesn't make sense, ladies and gentlemen. If at all the country is broke, then the little available scarce resources should be used promptly. And then also something I'm seeing here, maybe the country is not broke. William Ruto and his team are lying to Kenyans. And this is something I've been saying in my recent videos. The country is not broke. Ruto and his team, they might have hatched a scheme to loot public funds. And then they blame the regime that went, that Uhuru Kenyatta looted everything. And I strongly believe the country is not broke. And I also believe Uhuru never looted, as William Ruto and his team are trying to say. Because if William Ruto believes that Uhuru Kenyatta looted the country, his first appointment was to give that person who has looted the country a job, a peace ambassador. It's not just adding up. The kind of a picture they are trying to create of Uhuru Kenyatta, and what they are doing is not actually adding up. Ruto and his team are just lying to Kenyans. And also they might be doing that because they know they promise so many things to Kenyans, things they know they won't be able to deliver. They promised heaven to Kenyans. They know they were lying to Kenyans, and they know they're not going to deliver. They are just looking for excuses. That's what I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. Ruto and his team, they know they're not going to deliver. They are just trying to play with the psychology of Kenyans. The country is broke. As I conclude, it's almost certain and very clear, and this is something I keep repeating, William Ruto's government might pass out as the most unpopular government Kenya has ever had since independence. And I'm saying that because William Ruto is actually assuming that Kenyans don't know what is happening. He's doing his things the way he wants. He is assuming that Kenyans don't know anything. I'm seeing a very high possibility where even the areas that voted for William Ruto, the areas William Ruto thinks he can just do anything, and then they'll just be telling him, yes, sir, yes, sir. I'm seeing a very high possibility that if William Ruto and his team continues in this trajectory, those areas are most likely going to rebel. Hii dunia si ya mtu. We have seen leaders before who have been popularly elected. In the next election, they become very, very unpopular. If Ruto and his team are not careful, they are going to be very, very popular in the next few months. They are going to be they are going to be very, very unpopular in the next coming months. That's coming out very clearly. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. Just as I did indicate when we were starting, in case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humble, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. And to any other person who wants to have a discussion, a chat, or even to support this channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. The first comment. contact me through the number, or you can channel any contribution or support to the number. Yes. And to those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis.